guys, welcome to the 10th and the last part of our car modeling tutorial series. So in this last part of the tutorial series, we are going to make this car. So I have basically made a copy of the car which we made in the last part of the tutorial, and I have modified it, and we are going to make this. So now let us open our car model. This part is going to be quite long, so you can be ready for that. In the last tutorial we had created this, okay, but now in this tutorial we are going to have to change some things. The first thing is we are going to add a door handle to our door, of course. The next thing that we'll do after that is first let's add the door handle. So we can add the handle somewhere like here. Yeah, so we can add it here, but I really want to add a loop cut here. I will keep it here. So let's add a handle here. Let's take it out and press one second. I will just turn on the keys. Now we'll press shift alt, and then we can select this, or I can directly select these faces. After we are done with selecting these faces, we can give them like a black texture on this black material. Finally, after that we are going to give the black material to uh, this face right here, to these faces. Let's give them this black material like that. This gives like a nice illusion of two faces, but it's basically just one face with another face on top of it. But I really like this. I'm going to keep it like this. That I'm going to do is add like a little logo. For that I'm actually going to turn on the clipping option. So I'm going to add another loop cut. We'll put it here. Okay, now we are going to select these two faces. We will press E and pull them up as such. We will give them a material plus an assign. And we will give the same material to these.
ভালোটা স্যার
Yeah, cut.
চোখটা খারাপ হয়ে যাবে
That's fine. So after we have added till here, we are going to give it a nice color. I will go for like a nice black color, something like that. That should be fine, and I'm probably going to decrease the size of it slightly because it is just way too big. So we'll bring this up. And that should be fine for now. So that can be our logo. You can add anything you want here. Okay. The next thing that I really want to add right now is like a bottom. I don't know what to call it. Let's just add it. So I'll add another loop cut here. I'm adding way too many loop cuts. Yes. Okay. Now we can select these faces. We can go to this view, or we can press 1 to go to this view, and I will select these faces, not this one. Then all these faces, and then this face. Finally we'll select these faces right here, not these two. So after selecting, and we first will select these faces as well. Yeah, now we can give them. So we are going to give them a material like this. I really like this, so this should be fine for now. Then we can select these faces as well and give them the same material. Sorry, this one. Yes. So after you're done giving them the materials, and I will give this of course, and this after done giving the car these materials, after that uh, we can start with some finishing touches yet again. So I'm going to take this light. So with selecting these faces, we can get the light. These faces, and there we go. We selected this. Now we'll move them to the right slightly to make it look better. And I think you may have noticed this little gap which we are having here. I don't know if it's nicely visible or not, but it looks kind of weird here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill uh, this space up by making a face between these two edges. So let's select these four, I mean these five edges, and these five edges here also. Yep, these five edges, this and that. Finally, and press F to create a face between them, and we'll of course create a face here. And we'll select all these and press F again, create another face. So we can have it like this. This looks pretty good. After this, we are going to give the color to the glass, as you can see. If you remember in the previous tutorial, I told that we will give the glass to different materials. But now, according to me, I think we can give one material, so we can remove one of these. And sorry for those who are facing trouble here. Okay, so after removing one, I did not face any problem. If you face any problem, you can take those glass and you can give them this glass material or this clean image glass. After that, let's give it that transparent look. For that, we can't directly do something here. You have to go down here to settings, and we will turn on alpha hashed option. Okay, now we have to go to this option called alpha. So as you see, the transparency or the opacity, we can keep it at like 0.6 625. That's good with me. Actually, I will go for 675 to make it look more opaque, and I will give it a bluish material. This kind of bluish material. I'm really satisfied with this. Well, that does look good. Next thing which I'm going to do right now is add some seeds here because this looks weird from the camera angle, and I'm going to turn off this empty of this image. Yeah, so first thing I'm going to do here is add some seeds. We'll go shift A, then I will add a box inside this here. We'll add a little box. We'll decrease the size of that box. Keep that box somewhere here. And we have the clipping turned on. I will turn it off. Yeah, so you can take the box, keep it down. We can bring it close. Now we can turn on the clipping again. Put them close to each other. They can be about till there. Now, so after adding this box, I'm going to actually make this box bigger by moving it as such. The next thing which we are going to do is make it bigger like this. Yeah, so the next thing which we are going to do is extrude this, but before extruding we have to like make it smaller. So E, then S, but on the x-axis. I will move it on the x-axis towards the back. Then we can just press E to extrude it up. And I have to decrease the size on the y-axis as well. About that, that's fine. And extrude it up. Yeah. Then now after that we can bevel this part, so we can select these three edges. Then we have to press Control E and we can bevel them. Move your mouse. Then you can increase the bevel with your scroll mouse button. Bevel is basically making it round. Now we will select this entire thing which we have got here and we will move it front after duplicating it with Shift D. But I did a wrong thing, so I will do the face view and then I will press L to select everything. After that we can do Shift D and then press X to make it move front. So that should be pretty good for now. So we can select that also with L. Now we'll create a new material with plus then assign. So I already created this brown material, if you remember, for the logo. You can either reuse that or I'm going to create a new material for now that will be kind of brown but not that brown, like that. So I basically give it orange color and decrease the brightness. So this is the color how it looks from inside. Now this looks good according to me. Then the next thing that we are going to do is, of course, we need to render this card. Now rendering means like making the final image of this card. But before that we still have got a couple of things to do. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see here, we have got an empty space here which we don't like. Therefore I'm going to create a face here. So the way I'm going to do that is, so first of all I'm going to take our seat which we made. So after that, therefore I'm going to take these faces right here, some of these faces. As I'm quite low on time, we are going to take these faces and I will extrude them up as such, actually a little bit more. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is take these edges and I will move them front, like that. So here, after pulling the top edge, we also have to pull this edge. I mean these edges. We can select these edges and then we can pull them front. We can pull them slightly front. Then finally, the last thing that we have to do with this is join these faces. So as you can see, we have these faces. We can join them. Or you don't have to add this part if you don't want to. I just added it as an accessory. Now I'm just going to give this part like a dark black color. Let's go for this one. It looks good. So we have a black color like this. The next thing which I'm going to do is create a background for the car, and this part is coming up, which we absolutely don't want. For that, we of course have to pull these edges inwards, slightly inwards. So let's take all these edges. Actually, we can take all the faces that we have got here. These, this, and this, plus this, and we can push them back. Yeah, that's fine. The next thing that I'm going to do is take these edges that have come out, and we can pull these in. So you must still be getting these faces. So this is like a very quick and dirty way to finish our tasks in Blender. We still have this face left, so we can take these stretches and pull them in, and this edge as well. And finally this, what is, it looks fine. That's no problem then. The next thing that we are going to do is add a little background. For that I'm going to do Shift A and then press plane. Let's go to the view which we were on. We'll bring it down with G then Z. About here, I'll press S to scale it. So it should be large enough. Then we will give it an orange material similar to our car but not exactly same. It should be a nice orange color like that. That's fine. Something like that. That will about that. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is create an infinite background. You have to pull this front, take this edge by going to the edit mode. We'll take this edge, and I'm going to press E, then Z to extrude it on this Z axis, this vertical axis only. Pull it up slightly more. Then I will take this edge and press Ctrl E to bevel it. So with my mouse scroll wheel, I will increase the bevels. We can press shade smooth. Next thing that we are going to do is it scale here. 7y. That's why I'm going to increase it quite a lot. Okay, after done with this, we need a camera for the rendering. So we have to press Shift A and go here to camera option. There it is. Now we'll come to the view where we want to see our car. I want to see my car in this view, so I will come to this view, something like that. Then I have to press Ctrl Alt 0 to bring my camera there. Um, make the camera go back. So I want to make the view also come back. So, about like this. I want the camera to cover larger part of our scene. So Control Alt 0. Then we can move our camera, our view, and press Control Alt 0. Move the camera there. An easier way to do this is press N and go to the option of view. We'll press lock camera to view. Wherever we move our view, our camera will also move with us. Isn't that great? Okay, so after this, Next thing that I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to disable this option. Then I'm going to apply this mirror modifier. So I'll go to this part in this arrow, press apply. With this, we are almost done with the tutorial, but we still have to separate the tire. So we will tab into edit mode while this car is selected. We'll name this car, of course. Go to this in the this hierarchy, then press function F2, name it car. So we can select all the faces here, here. We can press P to separate all these four from the car. But now we have to separate all of them individually. So I'll just keep doing the process. So, this. So yes, separate the wheels here. As you can see, if I try to rotate one of the wheels with this, the wheel does not rotate properly. For that, we have to select all these wheels, and we have to right click and go to this option to set origin, then set origin to geometry. This will make the origin of all the tires their respective centers. Next thing that we can do is rename this. So we can call this wheel 1, this one is wheel 2, this one is wheel 3, and this one is wheel 4. We can rotate these wheels. So by RZ9, I will go for about something like 30. So we can go for 25. So after we're done with that, we have to enable this option lock camera to view. Then we can move our view like this. Can make it come back also. So this should be fine for now. Last thing that we have to do here is take all the wheels. So I will select this wheel, then press shift and select the last wheel. Then after that, with shift, I'm going to press the car. Control, we have to press the car. Then we are going to put control E. Then we have to put object. So this will we call the wheels, the children of the car. So if I move the Okay, so as you can see, if I try to rotate the card, the wheels will also rotate with the card, and that is exactly what we want. Now we have to go to this view, put, that is the rendering viewput. Yeah. The next thing that we have to do is go shift A, and we have to add a light. Let's go to light, and we'll go for a point light, and I will disable this option. So if I rotate my view, the camera won't rotate. I have to make my light go up somewhere like there, something like that. We'll duplicate it and keep it here, here as well. And this background looks quite dark, so I will increase the brightness down the metal as such. Then we can take this light at the top, increase the intensity quite a lot, something like 200. Now we can go to this camera view. We just move this. And now, absolute final step of this tutorial is to press render, then render image. That's slowly going to render our image, but before we do that, we also have to do one more step. That step is, if you want your image to look more realistic, we can go to this option here, then we can press cycles for it to look much more realistic. Then finally you can press render and the image will get rendered. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching.